As a SEAL?
Operation. Yes.
Jesus. They don't fucking play games.
Jeez. Did you want to smack those news people with their cameras?
We were in at night and we didn't see them. So
good.
That was the aftermath of our operation.
Yeah.
Can you hold your breath underwater pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
SEAL, dummy. Of course. No, that's one thing I can't do at all. It's terrible.
They teach them to dog paddle and yell help.
Yeah. That's the one ribbon they didn't give them, is the holding breath ribbon.
Can you swim underwater with a knife in your teeth?
What the hell year
Why
is it?
would
What
you
is
if you
he,
could
Tarzan?
strap to your leg?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why would you?
There's no reason to do that.
Opie would be holding his breath with a knife in his mouth and doing everything wrong.
I just picture that's what the Navy SEALs do.
Canteen strapped to his head. What are you doing?
You got some face paint on, you got a knife in your teeth, and you're swimming underwater.
My leather loincloth on.
Let's say hi to Max in good old Dallas. Max, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Jesus, Opie, these little kid questions. Can you hold your breath? Can you carry a knife in your teeth?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell them about the big, tough fights you had underwater with the French guy?
Well, I don't want to brag. And
It's like an episode of Sea Hunt with Opie.
I also have some,
Except not Hunt.
I also have some underwater experience, George. We should have discussed
Underwater
this.
combat experience.
I've done a little underwater combat myself, so me and you, I can relate to what you're saying here today.
Can you?
Absolutely. I should have discussed this with you at F.H. Riley's when you were drinking your Budweisers. You were pretty much drowning in Budweisers.
They were tasty.
No, I kind of had a fight with a Frenchman underwater once. 60 feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's impressive, right?
Sure.
It was like slow motion fighting, but it was fighting just the same.
It's hard to have a fist fight.
How does a fight
Underwater.
get started underwater?
Well, when you're going scuba
Got a
diving,
temper.
It's not like you can exchange words.
No.
well, when you're going scuba diving and like they're giving you instruction on the boat, and then you see a Frenchman not paying attention whatsoever, you might say to yourself, whatever, he's on his own, doesn't matter as long as he doesn't affect me, right, Brian?
Okay.
So I jump in the water and I'm kind of like just hanging out at the bottom, waiting for everyone else to get in the water, and I look up and I see a Frenchman that wasn't paying attention on the boat descending quite rapidly onto my head. It might piss you off to the point where you got to take a stab at the guy or a punch. So I did.
You had the knife in your teeth and you took the stab at him?
I wish I knew George because I don't know how to get my footing quite right underwater. So when you do punch, it would be effective. See, when I started punching, my whole body started rolling because I'm not planted. So, I've had some experience.
Cool.
I was hoping you would help me out there, but I guess.
Man, oh, man.
That's
just amazing, man.
He's just
There's no way to-
laughing at you.
Yeah, I know. How do you, what do you know, how do you eat?
Usually with my mouth.
No, but let's say
I hope it's the same method. They teach you to pick up food with your anus and cut it with your feet.
I just want to see something that you do that's like what we do, you know?
Matt Lamb from New York City is answering your question, Brian. Fights get started because Opie's a jerk.
No. Can I tell you what I think would be an awful thing? This is the little things like shitting. That's got to be like, what do you do if you're in the middle of an operation or, God forbid, a jump at 35,000 and you got to take a dump? I mean, it's like
Let it go.
Let it
at
go.
that height.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Pull your pants down?
Oh, in the pants, you mean?
Yeah, let it go in the pants.
Have you ever done that?
Sure.
You shit your pants? Mm-hmm. Really?
Not on purpose, but yeah, I've had to. Sure.
And then what do? Just keep fighting?
Yeah, clean up later.
How do you? It's such a weird thing to shit your pants. I couldn't function. I'd be too embarrassed.
Embarrassed. This is like life and death stuff you're doing
I would like
here.
to fight you. I'm just way too embarrassed.
That's what separates people like us from people like him.
Just rolling over on my back and feeling it squish. I would just try to tell my opponent, look, can we do this later?
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening.
And what about cranky ass? That's got to drive you nuts. You got to clean up.
Yeah, you just clean up. It's not, it's not something that you enjoy, but it's just a necessary evil.
That's fucking amazing. You just shit your pants and keep fighting. Those are men.
Yes,
Those are
that's
fucking men.
and by the difference between us and him, that's what I meant. He's a man, we are not.
And they shit their pants for different reasons, like because it's just a physical necessity. I would do it at the first sign of trouble.
You give away the position with your stink.
Yeah, the enemies are coming. I've had an accident.
Let's say hi to Mike in Georgia. Mike.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I wanted to ask them why the Navy's got some of the manliest things going on, but they got the faggotest uniforms around.
Jeez.
I mean,
He doesn't come into the studio to ask the question.
Yeah. Why don't you come down here and ask him face to face?
Yeah.
Well, so
We're taking a call from Omaha or something, you know.
I think you're talking about, the
white sail uniform.
nice, noobs that come in.
They don't go over. What do you think they fight in those? They don't do operations in the white.
With a mop in their hand doing a dance.
Yeah.
It's not quite, it's so funny.
George is wearing like what color is that? It's a dark gray
I think
or
it's
blue?
It's technically dress blue, but
Navy
it's
blue.
black.
Yeah, it's just dress blues. It's like any other. I almost said officer, but he's not an officer. But
Yeah, officers wear white.
yeah, they do, right? Of course they do. Fucking just a bunch of tampons. No one cares about them. Sissy white uniform. Spilled some coffee, jizzbag. That's just me, of course.
Very cool. Well, George, welcome.
Thank you very much for your time.
George, thanks for
That's
stopping in. And
fantastic.
thank you for everything you and you guys do.
Yep,
It's amazing.
Definitely.
It's amazing that there's people out there that are willing to do what you guys do. Because the rest of us are just a bunch of faggots. And it really
You
is.
feel like it after.
I know. It's like, how do you even talk about anything manly
Yeah, right.
when a guy like this comes in and...
There's no way to follow this. Hey, I'm at Chuckles this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing? I'm in a dyke bar. It's like, she's shitting his pants and fighting.
I'm putting baby shit
Yeah,
on my
come
face
on.
to be shocking.
Let's be real here for a second.
We don't all belong in the same room. This is like-
We are the worst. But
completely
thank
disparate.
God there are people out there willing to do that for this country.